With all these people reading books to kids these days, I thought I might do something different. How about I read a book to mothers for Mother's Day? It's called Love You Forever, written by Robert Munch and illustrated by Sheila McGraw. Let's get started, shall we? A mother held her new baby and very slowly rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she held him, she sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. How sweet. Ding! Well, that baby grew. He grew and he grew and he grew until he was 2 years old. And he ran all around the house. He pulled all the books off the shelves. He pulled all the food out of the refrigerator. That's naughty. And he took his mother's watch and he flushed it down the toilet. Sometimes his mother would say, this kid is driving me crazy. I think we can all relate to that. Ding! But at nighttime, when that 2-year-old was quiet, she opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of the bed, and if he was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth and back and forth. While she rocked him, she sang that song, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. A little risky, but good for her, that's sweet. That little boy grew. Yep, he grew and he grew and he grew and he grew until he was 9 years old. And he never wanted to come in for dinner. And he never wanted to take a bath. And when Grandma visited, he always said bad words. Sometimes his mother, she wanted to sell him to the zoo. I relate! Ding! But at nighttime, when he was asleep, the mother quietly opened the door to his room. Oh boy. And she crawled across the floor. Why the crawling? And looked up over the side of the bed. And if he was really asleep, she picked up that 9-year-old boy. And she just rocked him back and forth and sang that song again to him still. I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my 9-year-old baby you'll be. Ding! The boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew until he was Elvis, apparently, a teenager. And he had strange friends and he listened to strange music and he wore strange clothes. And sometimes the mother, she felt like she was in a zoo. That's hilarious. But at nighttime, when that teenager was asleep, the mother opened the door in his room. She was crawling already. I don't know why she can't stand. Maybe there's a problem. She's crawling, and she crawled across the floor again. Why? We don't know why she's crawling. And then, she looked up over the side of the bed, and if he was really asleep, she picked up that great big boy, who's a teenager, and she just rocked him. Rocked that teenage boy back and forth, back and forth. It's getting a little creepy. And then she sings the song that's getting creepy. I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always, apparently. As long as I'm living, okay, this lady, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. Feels a bit of a threat. Let's see what happens. Ding! That teenager grew. And he grew and he grew and he grew and he grew until he was a grown-up man. And he left home and he got a house across town. It's probably the best decision he ever made, to be honest. Just get away from her, probably. Good for him. Feel a sigh of relief. Ding! But sometimes, on dark nights, the mother got into her car and drove across town. This woman's relentless. Notice the ladder. There's a ladder on top of her car. So this might be time to maybe get a restraining order. I'm just saying. Ding! Well, if all the lights are out in her son's house, she opened his bedroom window. She's basically just entering into her son's house. She crawled right through this window. She got a ladder, she propped it up, she climbed up it. This lady broke into her son's home, crawled across the floor. What is this, the ring? Why all the crawling? Is she crawling on the ceiling? This is spooky. And after that, she picks this grown man up. She just rocks this grown man back and forth while singing probably the spookiest song I've now heard, which it goes something like this. I'll love you forever. We get that. I'll like you for always. Understood, manipulative, kooky mom? As long as I'm living, which apparently is still about 100 plus, no one else will have you. I mean, my grown-ass baby will be.
Ding dong!
Well, that mother, she got older. She got older and older, and her son's calling her. He's like, Ma, you gotta stop breaking into my house. You know, and then she gets manipulative because she's been doing that for years. And she's like, I'm old and sick, you know, and he falls for it because he's been codependent. He's been manipulated by this woman. And, you know, and she's like, I'm 200 years old now, you know, and then she can't even sing the song. She's like, look, Don, I can't even remember it. I'll love you forever. I'll like you for all. I can't even remember the words. So he falls for the trap. He's like, I'm on my way over because he's been conditioned by this woman. Well, they're all codependent on each other. That ain't healthy. Dang. Well, this manipulated son comes crawling back to Mama, just like she taught him. He gives in every time. He picks this 199-year-old woman up into his 57-year-old arms, and he starts rocking her back and forth like she always wanted. You know, all she ever wanted was him. And you know what? He's ignored his wife, probably his best friends. He's lost people, you know, for her. And then he starts singing this song. He sings it for her. She probably couldn't be any happier. She got what she wanted after all these years of manipulation. I'll love you forever. She's like, yes! I'll like you for always. She's like, more than anyone. As long as I'm living, my mama, you'll be.